Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. Today's story is a puzzling one, and that's because it has to do with Scott Wern and Amanda Wilhelm and the nature of this relationship that they've been having over the past couple of weeks. Now, Amanda was last seen on 90 Day Fiancé about a year ago when she was in a relationship with Razvan from Romania. And that relationship kind of ended in disaster. And Amanda kind of showed her true colors. Now, Razvan also has his own faults. He's obviously very thirsty. To me, he's kind of like the Romanian Jabri. But I know a lot of people started liking Razvan a lot more towards the end of the season. Scott Wern, on the other hand, might just be the thirstiest 90 Day Fiancé cast member that's ever lived. And so they make for an interesting match. Now, what's the nature of their relationship? We're going to talk about that in this clip because it's a weird one. Doesn't make much sense. I still don't quite understand what's going on. I mean, he's 53. She's about 34 or so, 33, 34. And he's moved in with her, and he's moved in with her last month, and they say that they started off as friends, but they've been posting a lot of information together, and it's got fans quite puzzled. Now, Scott also posted something that we're going to talk about, and he's posted basically himself nude and with an emoji hiding that that private part of his, and he's just flaunting himself out there, basically doing anything he can to stay relevant, including posting naked pictures of himself with a little emoji hiding, that private part. And we're going to talk about that in this video as well. So you can see here Amanda and Scott here from March 1st. Now, are Scott Wern and Amanda Wilhelm together? This is the question that people are asking. And, are they a 90 Day Fiancé franchise's newest pair? So let's find out how he began living in Amanda's basement and if they are dating. So Scott Wern ditched his ex on Love in Paradise but wound up in Amanda's basement starting a new journey. And now Amanda said yes to being Scott's Valentine, which sparked speculation about their relationship. Scott and Amanda auctioned off their first exclusive photo, drawing criticism from fans on Instagram. So, 90 Day Fiancé franchise has brought an unlikely duo of cast members together, with Scott Wern and Amanda Wilhelm seemingly dating in 2024. Scott was introduced during 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise as Lydia Morel's long-distance American boyfriend. Scott went to the DR, to the Dominican Republic, to meet Pedro Jimeno's mom, Lydia, for the first time. However, Scott and Lydia didn't really speak the same language and couldn't communicate without a translator. Now, Lydia's daughter, Nicole Jimeno, expected Hot to splurge on her mother. Meanwhile, Scott had other plans as he invited an ex-girlfriend to meet him there. Scott ditched Lydia, but his ex-girlfriend also dumped him shortly after. So Scott left Love in Paradise as a single man and was now free to start flirting with other female cast members. So he tried it with Tiffany Franco, even flirted with Debbie Aguero, and even wanted to make Karine Martins his girlfriend. Basically, Scott is the Josh Sider of 90 Day Fiancé. Josh Sider, if you guys don't know, he basically appeared on the Bachelorette, I believe, just like one episode, and he's been trying anything and everything he can to remain in the spotlight. He's also dated Karine Martins. He was pictured with her, basically went to her house. I think they might have had sex. I'm not exactly sure, but he was pictured with Karine. She was the only sucker out of all of the 90 Day Fiancé female cast members that fell for his game. And of course, Josh then basically did a death hoax where he pretended like he was dead, only to resurface a couple of days later, which I could see Scott doing as well. It just seems like he'll take anything. Like, he'll date Debbie. Doesn't matter. She's 70. He doesn't care. He'll go younger. He'll go much older. He'll do whatever it takes to remain in the spotlight. And he reminds me a lot of Josh Sider. So, so he got dumped by his ex-girlfriend as well. And Scott lashed out at fans after they criticized his constant need for attention and for being a clout chaser. And so this is basically how he got with Amanda after he tried getting together with Debbie, with Karine Martins, then, with all these females, cast members. Then he landed on Amanda, the perfect sucker for his plan of remaining in the spotlight. And I'm guessing that the reason for that is because Amanda herself is also thirsty and desperate to remain in the spotlight, and she really hasn't been in the spotlight since the Rizvan Chokoi fiasco relationship that ended in disaster. She hasn't been relevant, and so they both are using each other to remain in the spotlight. Now, Scott allegedly filed for bankruptcy in June of 2023 and was allegedly living out of his car in New York while asking followers for money to go back to Florida. So he supposedly owed around $30,000 to the IRS and $100,000 in credit card debt. Now, in February, Scott revealed he had a 12-week contract and was looking for housing in West Virginia within 3 weeks. Amanda was kind enough to help Scott out even though he was on a tight budget, and basically she told him that he had an entire basement, or she had an entire basement if he was available. Now, the odd thing about this, guys, and if we go on Reddit, she offered her basement for him to live while he's working in her state, and immediately he asked her to be his Valentine, and she said yes. Most people believe it's for publicity. But this person right here, guys, says, well, there are no basements in southern Louisiana because it's very swampy, and I think parts of Florida are also made the same way where, there's no basement because it's just swampy. And so is he staying in her basement, or is something else going on here? Who knows? Or perhaps Amanda is one of the rare few people that has a basement. Who knows? But yeah, so that's one thing. However, it does appear that he did stay in West Virginia. Riley in West Virginia, Amanda in Louisiana. So it's unclear exactly, but if it's Louisiana, then Louisiana, if you guys are from Louisiana, if you know anybody from Louisiana, chances are they probably don't have a basement. Now, TV show Ace shared screenshots from IG where Scott revealed he would be staying at Amanda for a few days. He had to help her with a few repairs around the house in exchange for a kind gesture. And he mentioned that Amanda had a heart of gold and believed she had come into his life for a reason. He admitted he was attracted to Amanda and praised her for being a breathtaking, proud, independent mother. He assured his followers that there were boundaries he wasn't going to cross because Amanda had been generous by just allowing him to stay there. Better late than never, Amanda. You're a true friend. I was hoping you would be my belated Valentine. Scott decided to thank Amanda by dedicating a Valentine's Day video to her on Instagram by asking Amanda to be his Valentine's Day date. He got someone to film him after a workout as he showed the camera a card he made for Amanda. He drew a picture showing Team Scotty, which he thought was really cheesy. Scott gave 3 options to pick from: yes, no, and not sure yet. I'm not sure. He might have deleted this video. That's what I thought. Now, shockingly, Amanda agreed to be Scott's Valentine and perhaps is interested in becoming his Valentine for life. Scott saw the curiosity fans had about his budding relationship with Amanda, so he decided to make the most of it by auctioning the exclusive first photo of him and Amanda together. And the highest offer for Scott and Amanda's photo was $550. Scott and Amanda have since posted several pictures and videos together. They're being criticized and have resorted to blocking and reporting everyone who bad-mouths them. Now, who is that sucker that paid that $550? Was that perhaps one of their own accounts that they paid that? Perhaps Amanda just transferring the money to Scott's account, or Scott just transferring the money to Amanda's account to make it look like someone would buy that. Would you guys ever pay $550 for a picture of Amanda and Scott? You have to be insane to do that, right? Especially when they just posted more pictures. It's not like this is some kind of crazy exclusive. I mean, they've posted all kinds of pictures together. So here is one right here, back from March 1st. Here is another right here. Red flag Amanda is the hashtag. Amanda actually herself, puts that hashtag up there. Meets 90 Day Bad Boy, Team Scotty, I guess. And so they posted a bunch of things together. And they even addressed the haters. 90 Day and the Family Chantel star Scott Wern and Amanda Wilhelm give their first joint interview to address the haters. Reveal if they're together, how Amanda is doing 2 years after her husband passed away. So this was with the Sarah Fraser show. And they spoke about it. But the thing is, they don't really reveal if they're together. And the reason for that is because they're not together. So they say they're not together. So what is the point of their wild online videos? Scott, Wern, and Amanda answered the question a lot more on the show today. So basically, they really are just doing all of this for the publicity. Now, Scott recently turned 53, and he had a message for his haters. Let's see what he says.
And I feel like I haven't addressed my haters enough lately. I've been slacking in that department. So let me tell you, haters, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is, yeah, my days of TLC are over in like June. Like, they don't want me back. You know, I know. I burned that bridge. I know. But that was 52. I'm 53. It's all real. I'm 53. Real, not fake. See, the receding guidelines. Right? But anyway, I've got great news. I promise you, my haters, you'll get to see more of me on TV this year. I promise you, you're gonna see more of me on TV. I'll make that announcement later this summer, okay? That's one. Do you think a guy as charismatic and charming and intellectual and a body like this at 53, do you think I'm just gonna fade away into the sunset? That's impossible. Everybody knows I'm great at content. Everyone knows I'm arrogant. Everyone knows I'm condescending. I'm obnoxious. I don't take accountability. How can a guy like that just disappear? It's impossible. I don't have to kiss TLC's ass. I don't have to kiss anyone's ass because things are happening for me. So, bad news, I can't do OnlyFans because it could get me in trouble for doing TV. That's another thing. I was offered to do a movie, pornographic movie for $5,000. So let me ask my haters again, if I was so desperate for money and I'm broke, wouldn't I just take the $5,000? Wouldn't I do OnlyFans? Because I can tell you what, there was at least 150 to 200 gay men that want me to do OnlyFans. Okay, that's the real deal, and they can comment too that they want me to do OnlyFans. That's legit. So anyway, it sucks. I know you guys want me to just go away. You want the lion, the narcissistic, unhinged, crazy guy that doesn't take accountability, waiting for me to get drunk again. But I'm not gonna get drunk again. I'm gonna stay composed because I get my Instagram live back April 15th. I got in trouble again. You guys got me in trouble again for the risque photo, you know, when I showed my package. And then they make fun of me about that the air was really small and all that, but I never had anybody complain about my package, I can tell you that. Never had a complaint. And anyway, I got one more birthday party to go to because you guys say I don't have any friends or family. But yes, I'm in Florida and I've got to leave soon. But I got one more party to go to. I love you guys. I love you, my haters. Is there any nose hairs? Haters, can you see that? Anything else? You don't think? I think I put my shorts on backwards, to be honest with you. But I love you guys. Bye.
Scotty. Isn't he wonderful? Isn't he such a character? Isn't he so charismatic? And so in demand, supposedly, with the TV reality shows. He's in demand. And he doesn't have to do OnlyFans. He doesn't have to stoop that low to basically prostitute himself to the 150 gay men that he says are waiting and dying for him to provide them with content. And he also turned down a $5,000 porno movie. He didn't say if that was a gay porn or straight porn. He didn't really say that. Probably gay. But, he turned it down because he has more prospects than that. And also, interesting, he said that TLC isn't bringing him back. So he burned his bridges with TLC. I think that's the first that we hear that with Scott. He's completely burned his bridges with TLC. But on the other hand, supposedly, we're going to see more of Scott in the fall of this year. At least that's what I'm understanding. And he's going to make a huge announcement. That's what he says this summer. Basically, he's coming back on some show, but it won't be 90 Day Fiancé. So, you guys can start the rumor mill and, think about where Scott Wern could be landing. Love After Lockup, Married at First Sight. I'm not exactly sure, but if you guys have any ideas, you let me know. Now, also, he says he got in trouble on Instagram for showing his package. Now, if you guys don't know or you haven't seen it, this is the picture that we're talking about. So he posted this, a few weeks ago. I think it was to celebrate his 53rd birthday. And he said, "Oh, I'm 53, but I feel greater than ever. Look at me. Basically, I'm a beast. I'm a beast in every which way." And he showed himself with his package like that. And I guess he got in trouble for that with Instagram. I don't know. I've never done that, so I don't know what happens when you do that on Instagram. But that's what he says, and he's getting his Instagram live back at some point in April. And so, Scott is just, he is an interesting one. He's a funny character. He's very much into himself. He makes me laugh. That was funny, but perhaps not funny in the way that Scott thinks it's funny, because Scott comes off like a bit of a clown, like a bit of a caricature, and he really thinks that he has so many haters out there. He really thinks that people really care that much about Scott Wern. Honestly, he is mostly known for being on the spinoff that nobody watches on 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise. Nobody watches that. Most of you guys don't watch that. And I skipped through most of it anyways. It's usually one of the worst shows in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. He's mostly known for being on that, a show that basically nobody watches. And he thinks he has all these haters out there because people care so much about Scott Wern. He's a funny guy. Now, that's the video for today, guys. Wanted to bring you guys this update about Scott. So, won't be seeing Scott back on TLC, but if you guys enjoy this kind of content that he's putting out, you can go and catch him on Instagram, or stay tuned for the show. Supposedly, this is what he says, that he will be joining later in the summer. So that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.